Here's the thing. If we go back and there is a creator, no, go on.
I'm meant to be meeting someone.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
You're right, mate. How are you? Are you going towards the bus stop?
So much.
I'm here. Can you see the Islam stand? The Islam stand, the one that says free Quran and literature. The Muslim stand, the Islam stand. There you go. That's exactly where I'm standing. I was just having a chat with the gentleman. So I was waiting. See him somewhere. There you are.
You need to go, do you? Or
Well, we don't have to go immediately.
no worries.
But yes, I'm in agreement with certain things you pronounce. I mean, some things are a bit different, but that's with every religion.
Yeah, I mean, for us,
There's extremes to
yeah, exactly. So some of the extremes in terms of belief in God is what Islam addresses. It speaks about the fact that there is a single source for all creation. In fact, there's a verse in the Quran where one of the companions, he said, when I heard this verse, faith entered into my heart and settled therein. The verse has it, or were they created by nothing? Or did they create themselves? Or were they the creators of the heavens and the earth, meaning the universe? Neither, they have no certainty. It's a threefold question. Essentially, nothingness, which is the absence of all things, can't bring about anything. So therefore, the idea that nothingness can bring about something, the opposite must be true.
Yes.
That something brought the universe into existence. But this something cannot suffer from the same questions that we're asking of the creation. Because otherwise, the same questions that we're asking of the creation would be applicable to the source of all creation.
Yes.
And that would turn into an infinite regress of questions.
Chicken or the egg.
Yeah, exactly. So for the Muslim, from this verse, our scholars have said that the inevitable conclusion is that this source has to be eternal. This source has to be fully independent, self-sufficient, and not in need of anything.
That is it.
Because if it's in need of anything, that thing that it's in need of has a higher status in terms of sustaining the thing that brought the universe into existence. So that thing has now a greater right to worship, adulation, and recognition.
But no one knows what that is.
Well, this is where the Quran comes into it. So the Quran actually gives an indication of the fact that the being that brought the universe into existence has attributes. Because there's the assumption that there's nothing that exists except that it has to have attributes. You think about anything that exists, it requires attributes. Like for instance, I don't know, like that bin down there, right?
Yeah.
That bin exists, we can touch it, we can feed it, and if we get close enough, we can smell it.
Yeah.
And it has attributes. It's black, it's hard, it has dimensions, it exists in time. Now, those are those attributes. The more sophisticated a thing in creation becomes, the more attributes it has. So for instance, you and I, we have greater attributes than that bin. We think at the abstract level. We can think, therefore, of how to represent the universe through mathematics, through language. And we have attributes of power, knowledge, will, wisdom, and volition, right? Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you know what? Just if you want to come into the shade, it'd be better for you. So, from this, the argument has it that therefore the one that brought the universe into existence, the one that camera, for instance, we know from our own experiences in life, all of us, that if someone said that camera just came about through chance and probability, we would say no. It's too sophisticated. The chances of that coming about through chance and probability are so improbable that we can literally take it as an impossibility. We know that there is a thing that exists, and that thing that exists is that it has attributes that are equal to or greater than the thing that it brings into existence. It has power, it has energy, knowledge, and so on and so forth, equal to the thing that it chooses to bring into existence, right? To mold and to make. Now, if that's true for the camera, then it's more true for the world in which the camera exists, because the world is more complicated than the camera.
It certainly is.
And so therefore it's more the thing that brought the world into existence, that has attributes that has to be equal to or greater than the creation that was brought into existence. And the scientists tell us that the world, when it came into existence, it had 4 fundamental constants: gravity, electromagnetism, and the 2 nuclear forces, the weak and the strong. And they say that it needed to be fine-tuned to a point where if you were to throw a dart, it would hit the bullseye, and the bullseye would have to be on the other side of the universe. That's the probability factor. So the chances of the world being so finely tuned are so improbable that the idea of nothingness, right? No, the idea of chance and probability, let alone nothingness, is just nonsensical. So therefore, the creator is alive. It has attributes. We know this through
The whole thing is an entity.
It's an entity. It's an entity, a singular entity that brought the universe into existence. And it doesn't require anything. So Islam's message is that this being who instilled within us an obvious recognition of rights. For instance, we know that when, do you have a wife or a girlfriend?
No, I'm single, but I
you
have
did,
a child.
right? You have a child, right? Now you know as a father that you as a father brought your child into this world,
Yes.
and you owe it certain rights. That child doesn't need to ask for rights. You know instinctually that you have a responsibility, right? Your child, hopefully, if you brought it up in the right way, it will grow up to recognize it now has rights over you. That my father spent his time doing this, that, and the other to bring me into the world, and so therefore I owe it certain rights. Now we recognize this amongst ourselves. Our society has laws. We know that if these laws didn't exist, there would be pandemonium,
Yes.
right? And most of us, we're law-abiding citizens. Whether we're Aborigines who exist in a... There you go, sir. Whether we're living... I think he went down there. Whether we're living in the middle of a desert, we're part of an indigenous tribe, or whether we're part of some of the most sophisticated societies, laws need to be established and rights need to be established, and we know that instinctually. So how about the one who brought all of this into existence? Does it not have a right? So we say that the one who brought us into existence, it would not just let us meander through life without a purpose.
He's already given us thought, so...
Yeah.
But which is the thing we've got to figure out is, when we got that thought, instead of like the other animals that seem to just exist and carry on and enjoy it, and it makes us be greedy and expand and thinking we deserve more than we got.
Precisely.
Which is the problem we've got.
Yeah, and then what happens if people become...
The more materialistic you come, the more ignorant you come to the situation, which is where we're at now, which is why we're watching the Holocaust and no one's doing anything about it.
Precisely, and this is what happens when you turn away from the source of all truth. So we know instinctually that God has placed within our hearts this, what's known in Arabic as a fitrah, this natural disposition in the belief of the transcendent. It's like a true north. Every human being has it. It's what the atheists refer to as the God problem.
Yeah.
Because human beings, no matter where you are, they will know through inferences in life that the dung on the floor didn't just come about by itself, that a thing that exists caused the dung to be there. Likewise, we as human beings, we instinctually recognize that we're here, we should be here for a purpose. And that purpose is beyond ourselves.
Figure that out when we get there, unfortunately.
Well, you know what,
But
before
thank you
that,
very much.
hopefully we can figure things out.
So do I.
Have you ever read the Quran? Can I give you one as a present?
I have one.
Oh, you have one?
I have
yeah,
one
you
at
told-
home.
you said
I'm yet
one,
to read it.
No worries. Look,
But I am interested in reading it. I've read the other two. I might as well read part 3.
read it, you'll find it profound. It reads very different to the other books. Thanks for your time, mate.
Thank you very much.
Take care, right? Bye-bye. Yeah, to go.